Like, who needs this much makeup working from home? Me. 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 What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here drinking my coffee. It's like 4 p.m. This is my second cup. No judgment. And I know what you're thinking. Where'd the curly hair ponytail go? Well, I decided to do something a little bit different. Definitely wanted to change things up. I've actually been in the house for maybe about 5 days or so. We're practicing social distancing with the pandemic going on in the world. So I figured today's video would be very fitting if I sat down and filmed like a work from home makeup look, like how to look put together while working from home. Okay, so I hope you guys really appreciate this video. I did keep all of the products mentioned in today's video affordable because I want you guys to be able to pick them up. And I honestly really enjoy using affordable products. They're easily accessible and they don't break the bank. So if you guys are here for this video, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. And I mean, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm judging you. Click that button, and while you're at it, click that bell just so that way YouTube will notify you whenever I upload, which is every Monday and a Wednesday. With that, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit closer so that way we can get started on the look. Let's go. Ah, so good. And yes, I'm a dog person. 3 pups, Stormy, Luna, Penny. Love them to pieces. Ooh. Big head in the frame. Okay, let's start off. I did already apply sunscreen. You guys know I love this one right here by e.l.f. MD. I do pick mine up on Amazon, which is super convenient. We're not leaving the house right now. I will have this link down below in case you guys are interested in picking it up. Granted, of not leaving the house, I feel like it still is very important to wear sunscreen daily. UVA, UVB. I mean, even the light from your phone, your computer, like, come on now. Wear your sunscreen. Again, I will have it down below. Now, I'm going to start off with the eyes today. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, too dramatic, but I definitely want to add some shadow on my lid to look a little bit put together. I really want to go for a look like I tried, but I really didn't, if you get me. So we're going to jump into it. I do have an eyeshadow primer here that is very affordable. This one is by Revolution Pro. This is the Eye Elements Eye Primer in the shade Core. Very much comparable, if not a spot-on dupe for the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. So definitely pick this up. I also want to know, I feel like a lot of companies are doing like free shipping right now. So even if you can't go out and pick up a lot of the items I show in today's video, I feel like you can definitely order them online. So win-win if you ask me. So I'm going to take this on a concealer brush. This one is from Sally Beauty. It is part of the collab makeup line. We have a lot of brushes in our line. They are very, very good. And if you guys are new here and you're kind of wondering why I'm saying our line, it's because I am a part of Collab Makeup, which is a makeup line that I help co-create alongside 7 other influencers on the internet. It's a pretty cool line, definitely worth checking out. We have some really stellar products. I'm gonna just take a damp sponge and kind of blend out this eye primer because it was looking a little harsh in these areas, and I really want it to lay very seamless and nice because I put on way too much. So now that my eyes are nice and primed, I am going to go in with a finishing powder. This one here is from Physicians Formula. It's a Natural Defense finishing powder in the shade of Light. And I'm really just going to take a little bit of this and dust it in my crease just to kind of set the tone. But you can use a face powder that you currently have in your collection. Really anything that just is going to set things down and cause it not to be as tacky. Since I have a lot of you here, I want to know how many people have been called off from work, meaning like they said just not to come in and that they're going to pay you for the 2 weeks that you're off, because I do know a few people that happened to. So they're actually getting paid and staying home, which is so crazy to me, but also really good because it just shows how good the company is. Like, they don't want you to go without, they want you to still be able to pay your bills, and then once this is all over, you'll be able to come back and work as usual. But for me, I work from home all day, every day. I've been doing this for the past 7 years. So honestly, it's nothing new. Nothing has really changed for me. I am going to go in with the little bite-sized shadow palette by e.l.f. I've really been liking this. This literally has all the shades I need to create a very, very simplistic look. So I'm going to take an M433 and I'm lightly just going to dust a little bit of shadow in my crease. And when I say lightly, I mean lightly. Like, I'm not really putting all that much at all in my crease. Honestly, I feel like this could be really, really hard to do because I feel like it's very easy to get heavy-handed with eyeshadow or just makeup in general. I feel like going for more of a natural look is a lot harder than doing a dramatic look because it's easy to pile on makeup. It's not easy to use minimal product to create a very effortless and natural effect. So just take your time, go in with a little bit of product. My thing is I like to take my brush, dip it into the pan, and then I like to just dust the brush on the back of my hand just so that way there's product on it, but there's not too much product. That way you can never go too overboard with it because the majority of the product is already on the back of your hand. So that's my little tip. So for me, this is what a light dusting of shadow looks like. Again, very minimal, very effortless. Let's go back into the Bite Size eyeshadow palette, and you can either go in with the deepest shade or the lightest shade. I'm gonna start off with the lightest matte shade on a flat definer brush. You can also use an angled brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do more of like a blown out wing. I feel like using brown for eyeliner is so pretty, it's so soft, it's effortless, and it screams like I tried but I really didn't. So I am going to take this and I'm just gonna start stamping it right along my lash line. And since I am using an angled brush, it's really, really easy for me to just take this brush and stamp it right here and create a wing. That's why I love using a flat definer brush over an angled brush, but if you get down with angled brushes, then just use what you love. Boom. Quick, easy. Who is she? We don't know her. I do feel like the shadow is just like a little on the light side, so I definitely will deepen it up with the darker matte shade within the pumpkin, what is this? It's pumpkin pie bite size shadow palette by e.l.f. But I'm also really glad I'm starting light because it's really easy to build up as opposed to trying to take away. Then things get really, really messy and honestly really difficult. I'm going to switch over to using an M506 by Morphe, and I'm just simply going to start diffusing out this wing. I want it to be effortless, blown out, soft, and this brush is really going to create more of a diffused wing for me. So now I'm just switching over to an angled brush and I'm creating a line closest to the very inner corner to kind of connect everything together and make it look more like a wing. Again, I do want to go in with the deeper brown from within the palette, and I'm going to kind of go over this but still have a little bit of that light brown to peek through. And I'm also going to take this and go up with it, just kind of deepening up the wing lightly, and then I'm going to go in with that M506 and then just start to blend. By the way, guys, if it sounds like my voice is raspy or like I have a cold, it's because I did. I am getting over being sick, and no, I do not have the acapholyps. Like, oh no, no. I do not. I just got sick because my brother-in-law's girlfriend was sick, and I kind of got it after her. So that's kind of what happened there. I'm feeling a million times better though, and I'm just ready to film and pump out videos for you. Cute. I love that. I think that looks really soft, really pretty, just like everything I was looking for this like work from home makeup look. I'm gonna do it to the other side, but for the sake of timing, I'm not gonna put it on camera, so BRB. So the next thing I'm gonna do is prime. Now I'm not entirely sure how long your work days typically are, but you definitely wanna go in with some kind of primer. I'm gonna use this for the first time. This is the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. Now, I'm not sure if you guys watched my last video, but I am trying to really steer clear of silicone primers because I'm not entirely sure if that's what's been breaking out my skin. So I did switch just using the Jelly Pop Primer by e.l.f. and now I wanna try out this one. Ooh, the consistency is really different, really weird. I am applying it with a brush because hashtag don't touch your face, even though I probably will here in a second. But I'm just gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna use it to spread out the primer all over, and this is gonna help with longevity, all of that. I'm pretty sure you guys are probably sick of me being a teacher. I watch my videos back over and over and I'm like, wow, I sound like a teacher. And I feel like sometimes that can be really, really boring and just repetitive. So I'm gonna try in some of my future videos to just sit, talk, and not like feel the need to explain every single step in like great detail, because Lord have mercy. I am gonna go in with a color corrector. Y'all already know I live and breathe for color correctors. I did switch back over to this one right here by Pixie just because I haven't used it in a hot minute and I really wanted to revisit it to see if I love it just as much as I used to. I'd love to know what you guys are doing to kind of keep busy during this self-quarantine. I know a lot of people are still going out. Honestly, if you aren't staying home and you're like doing things, having fun, doing little get-togethers, I'm judging you. I really, really am. I feel like it's really important to just stay home during this time just to kind of slow. Wow. Couldn't talk for a second. What I'm trying to get across is the more and more you go out and don't stay home, the higher chances of it spreading and the more likely we'll be quarantined for a lot longer. So I feel like you should just stay home, find a hobby, watch Netflix, do TikTok, watch a makeup tutorial, follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug. But yeah, I'm pretty much color corrected underneath my eyes. You guys know I like to take this alongside my mouth, on my upper lip. Mustache problems. A lot of Hispanic women have it. Even non-Hispanic women. I mean, this is just something I've accepted. For those of you at home who don't need a color correct, let me just say, you're lucky. You're really, really lucky, because if this was a step I could skip and still have my makeup look on and poppin', I would definitely skip it. But sometimes when I skip it, I'm just like, my makeup's just not like, it's not looking its best. I'm gonna go in with foundation now. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I'm using the shade Cream Beige. I do use Golden Beige when I'm self-tanned. I'm not self-tanned right now, but I do plan on doing that tonight. Why? I have no idea, just because I wanna be tan in my house during this pandemic. Let's be real. I really, really love the dewy version of this. Do I like to keep it super dewy? No, I live in Florida. It's hot, it's humid, but I mean, we're working from home, so we can do a dewy look if we want. I've actually really been into more of a matte look. I've come to the terms that highlighter just doesn't look as good on my skin anymore. I was actually doing my hair today and I saw like 3 gray hairs. And I'm not even talking like grays up in this area. I'm talking about like grays like up here. And it was like growing out gray. It literally scared the shit out of me. And in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, I need to text my hairdresser because this is a situation. But obviously there's a lot more going on in the world than me getting grays. But if you guys have grays, let me know. And what age did you start getting grays? I'm only 28 and I had like 3 grays. I couldn't even handle it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. When you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they...
Clearly, I've been in my house way too long. I'm going to take a blending sponge. This is one of the new face sponges that e.l.f. came out with. I do really like it. Do I love it as much as a total face sponge? No, but I'm going to use it to really buff and blend out my foundation. Wow, I think this is even too dark for me. Oh well. Shout out to this mock neck sweatshirt that I got off of Boohoo. I'll have it listed down below. It's so cute. It says social distancing. That's what we're practicing. Honestly, this is that moment where I'm like, wow, having straight hair is really fucking annoying. I can't even get it up in a pony or in a hair clip because it's so silky, it just keeps falling down. Ooh, ooh, okay, I got it. Holy moly, my face looks wet, it looks moist, it looks oily, it looks like I ran a marathon. I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I'm using the shade Golden Ivory, and I'm just gonna take about 2 dots here underneath my eyes. This is gonna highlight, it's gonna brighten, and it's gonna add coverage because Lord knows I need all the coverage right now. And I'm just using this Camo Concealer Sponge from e.l.f. to buff and blend it out. I'm also going to take a little bit of this concealer like down the center of my face because it looks a little bright underneath my eyes, but the center of my face, it looks dark and I need it to highlight because we need to be nice and highlighted while working from home. Again, you guys, if you don't need all the coverage I need, definitely skip these steps. Definitely just do whatever it is that you want, whatever it is fits your face. But for me, like, this is what works best. Or this is what looks best, I should say. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand, and then I'm taking like an M433. Actually, this is a Sigma brush. This is an E25, but an M433 by Morphe is very much comparable. And I'm just gonna start buffing this concealer closest to that wing. And the reason I'm using this brush is because I still want it to look very diffuse. I don't want to create a stark, harsh like edge for my wing liner. I really want it to remain soft. So I'm taking more of a fluffy brush with a little bit of concealer on it, and I'm taking it as close to the wing as I can without making it look too sharp. Why you always teaching? Why you always teaching? Oh my God, stop fucking teaching. All right, we're nice, we're concealed. Let's go in with powder. I will be using this powder right here by Maybelline. This is one of my personal favorites. I really, really love it. It doesn't have flashback whatsoever. I do have the shade 20. If you do go off of like my shade preference, I would recommend shade 10 because 20 is just slightly dark, but I feel like with my other face powder, I can definitely make it work for this video. You can also use the CoverGirl powder I may have used in my last drugstore video, but it's really all about you and preference. I feel like using this powder underneath my eyes really just defeated the whole purpose of me using a lighter concealer because this powder is literally the same color as my skin tone. Go ahead, boo, go ahead. Cute. She's nice. She's mattified. Honestly, I feel like whenever I go in with powder, that's when my look starts to come together. When I'm a little bit too shiny, I'm not really loving it. I am going to go in with this Physicians Formula finishing powder in the shade Light. I'm going to take some of it underneath my eyes to brighten because like I said, that Maybelline powder was just a little on the same color of my skin tone side, and I need to brighten up this area. And this powder does a great job. I do feel like it is a really good dupe for the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder by Charlotte Tilbury. But the only downside to their powders is that the shade range sucks. So just putting that out there, if you are a little bit deeper than me, this probably won't work for you. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. This is definitely a spot on dupe for the MAC, what is it called? The MAC Compact. I will have it listed right here. I want to say it's MAC Studio Fix powder. Yeah, that's definitely it. This is a spot on dupe for it. I really, really love this powder. It's affordable, and then if you flip it up, usually there's a sponge in here, but I lost mine. And you can easily like touch up on the go. Just using a big powder brush. This is by BH Cosmetics, but whatever you have will do the trick. I'm taking this powder and I'm really blending it into the powder I put underneath my eyes, just so that way it's not like white and stark. I really want this to blend just so that way it looks its best. Let's move on to bronzer. I'm going to use this one right here. This is the Silky Matte Bronzer by Milani. It's in the shade Sun Tan. I honestly really like this because it's not too cool, but it's also not too warm. It falls right in the middle, making it the perfect bronzer to bronze, clearly. And I'm just using this brush here. This is a large angled contour F40 by Sigma. And I'm just adding a little bit of color to my cheeks. Then with an even bigger kind of bronzing brush, I'm really gonna blow this out. And I'm also going to take this bronzer down my nose just to kind of chisel it out. We definitely want dimension there. Whenever you go in with like concealer, foundation, powder, your nose gets lost in the process. So this is a step I don't recommend anyone really skipping. And I'm just going to dust a light layer of this bronzer there. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like a teeny bit obsessed with the way that this look is coming out. It's matte, it's like really fresh, like so pretty. Don't get me wrong, I am gonna set it down with setting spray, but probably not gonna go in with highlighter because again, like I said, I'm at an age where I feel like highlighter just doesn't look best on my skin. I feel like it just accentuates every single line on my face, and I am not about that. I do wanna go in with blush though. I'm gonna use this blush right here. This is by Burt's Bees. It's in the shade Bare Peach. Excuse me as I lose my voice in the process of talking to you. Again, this is in the shade Bare Peach. It has a really, really nice luminosity to it, but not too much. So I'm gonna take this on my cheek. See, it just adds a nice sheen, but nothing like too crazy, nothing chunky or gritty. It is so pretty. I'm gonna take this and run it back into my bronzer and my hairline. I think all that's left to do is mascara and lips. So the mascara of my choice is going to be the highly rated mascara by Milani. You guys know, tried and true, it's what I love to use on those days where I'm not popping on falsies. And yes, I said it, I'm not going to be wearing false lashes in today's video. Big shocker. But I did want to create something that was very realistic for the day-to-day girl or the day-to-day guy. I wanted to create something that you guys could easily replicate and you didn't really have to have really any skill to do it. So taking my compact mirror and I'm going to apply quite a few coats of mascara. Am I the only one who gets mascara on their lid? There has to be a better way. I'm gonna take this little cardboard that I have and I'm gonna put it here. If any of you guys have ever got a lash lift, let me know your thoughts and experience because I honestly had no idea I would have so much difficulty putting on mascara and also just like doing my makeup in general. I feel like it is so difficult now because they are so curly. If you have naturally curly lashes, I feel for you. Like I know they look so pretty, but doing makeup has to be super difficult. Let me know because I'm struggling. Well, I pretty much got it everywhere, but hopefully I'll be able to clean that up once it fully dries. I'm also going to take this mascara on my lower lashes too. Now that I have my lower lash mascara on, I'm going to take a clean spoolie and just kind of brush through it, because it's kind of looking like I have spider lashes down here. And wowzers, I never knew how much I hated spider lashes until now. All right, so I went ahead and scraped off all of that mascara on my eyelid. It took a little TLC, but I got it done. Honestly, it was a lot harder than I thought. If you guys struggle with getting mascara all over your eyelid, let me know and let me know what you guys do because that would be a lot of help. I feel like one of the biggest reasons I don't put on this much mascara to begin with is because I always get it everywhere and sometimes I can't get like that black residue off. I did get it off in this case because again I had to keep going in with powder and touching it up, but I'd love to know what you guys do down below. With that being said, I'm kind of looking at this look and I want more of like a bright-eyed effect, so I'm going to take the LA Girl Intense Day Auto Liner in the shade Super Bright and I'm going to put this in my waterline for more of like a bright-eyed effect. Now we can go in with lips. Now I pulled a few options. A few of them are from ColourPop. Actually, a majority of them are from ColourPop. And then I have one from Milani. This one from Milani is called I Am Awesome. It is a really, really pretty like pinky nude. And I feel like I've been going for a lot of like warm nudes or just like browns recently when it comes to nudes. So I feel like this will be really pretty, really fresh. So I'm going to go in with this one. But first, I'm going to go in with a lip liner. I'm going to use this one right here by NYX. This is the Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade London. It is so pretty, and what I'm going to do with this is I'm simply just going to line my lips, but I'm not going to fill them in completely. Then I'm gonna go in with this lipstick directly over top. And to set everything down in place, I'm gonna use the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Sprays by Catrice. And then pat. And with that, this right here is pretty much the final and completed look. I definitely feel like the lip is very different for me. I've really been into warm nudes, brown nudes, so this definitely is like, hold up, pump the brakes. Super, super different, but I'm definitely digging the vibe. I feel like this look, it's soft, it's effortless. It's one of those looks that's gonna instantly make you feel and look put together without putting in too much effort. You have that smoked out wing, mascara only, no false lashes. Who is she? We don't know her, but it definitely is work appropriate. I hope I gave you guys a little bit of inspo for those of you who are currently working from home due to everything going on in the world. But just know that despite everything happening, I hope you guys find peace in knowing that your friends and family are healthy, happy, and safe. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.